So you look at this thing, and from the outside, it really just looks like a simple metal donut, right? It's bolted between your car's engine and the transmission. But what's happening inside? Well, it's performing this whole series of extraordinary tasks. So today, let's crack open this donut and see how the magic actually works. It all really starts with a pretty simple question. I mean, think about it. If the engine is physically connected to the wheels, why doesn't it just stall out every single time you hit the brakes and come to a complete stop? Well, the answer lies inside the component we're going to explore today. You know, in a manual transmission car, the answer is, well, it's you. You press the clutch pedal, and that physically disconnects the engine from the transmission. Simple. But in an automatic, there's no clutch pedal. So what's doing that job? That big question mark right there, that's where our story begins. All right, so to find our answer, we have to look inside this sealed metal housing. Now, it might seem like a total black box from the outside, but it's actually home to a really elegant, fluid-driven dance. Okay, once we're inside, we meet our three main characters. First up, you've got the impeller. This thing acts as a powerful pump, and it's connected directly to the engine. Second, we have the turbine. This is what receives the power and sends it onto the transmission. And third, the stator. For now, let's just call this our secret ingredient. And the one thing that connects all of these components, the medium that makes all this magic happen, is fluid. Specifically, it's automatic transmission fluid, or ATF. And this isn't just any old oil. It's literally the lifeblood of the entire operation. So here's the basic idea. Just think of it like two fans facing each other. The engine spins the first fan, that's our impeller. It throws a whole bunch of fluid at the second fan, the turbine, and that causes the turbine to spin. And just like that, power is transferred. Simple enough, right? But this is just a basic fluid coupling. The real genius is still to come. See, that simple fluid coupling, that's not the whole story. The torque converter doesn't just transfer power, it multiplies it. This is its most incredible trick, and it's what gives you that really powerful launch from a standstill. Torque multiplication is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a temporary power boost, taking the twisting force from the engine and amplifying it, giving the transmission way more muscle to work with right when you need it most. And just how significant is this boost? I mean, we are talking about an increase of up to 2.5 times the engine's original torque. That is a huge amount of extra force. To put that into perspective for you, if your engine is producing, say, 200 pound-feet of torque, the torque converter can temporarily deliver up to 500 pound-feet to the transmission. That is a massive difference, and it's exactly why an automatic car can launch so smoothly and powerfully. So how does it do it? Well, the secret is our third character, the stator. This small bladed wheel sits right between the impeller and the turbine, and it's mounted on a special one-way clutch. Think of it like a ratchet. It can lock solid in one direction, but spin freely in the other. That simple little trick is the key to everything. Okay, let's follow the fluid. First, the impeller throws fluid at the turbine. We got that part. But here's the key. As that fluid leaves the turbine, it's now flowing backward, against the engine's rotation. This is where the stator steps in. Because its one-way clutch is locked, it can't spin backward. It basically acts like a wall, catching all that fluid and redirecting it, reversing its flow. So now the fluid re-enters the impeller already moving with its rotation. This gives it a massive hydraulic boost. You get more force out for the same force in. That is torque multiplication. Okay, so that power boost is amazing for getting started, but you don't need it once you're just cruising down the highway. At that point, the system has to get smart and focus on efficiency. So the problem with any fluid connection is what's called slip. The impeller will always be spinning just a little bit faster than the turbine. Now that's great for smoothness, but at high speeds, it's kind of like a leaky pipe. It's just wasting fuel and generating a lot of unwanted heat. But of course, modern engineering solved this problem with a brilliant addition, the lock-up clutch. This is the final piece of our puzzle, and it's designed to maximize efficiency when you're no longer accelerating hard. When you're cruising along at a steady speed, this clutch engages and it physically locks the impeller and the turbine together, making them spin as one solid unit. The fluid connection is completely bypassed. Slip drops to zero, and that gives you a direct mechanical link, just like in a manual transmission. It saves fuel and keeps everything running cool. All right, we've met all the players, we've learned all the moves. Now let's put it all together and walk through what happens every single time you accelerate from a stop. Okay, picture it. You're at a red light, foot on the brake, your engine is idling, so it's spinning the impeller. The turbine is totally stationary. The stator is locked in place, ready to redirect that fluid. The whole system is primed for maximum torque multiplication. The light turns green, you hit the gas. The impeller throws fluid with force, the stator does its redirection magic, and the turbine gets absolutely hammered with up to 2.5 times the engine's torque. This is that smooth, powerful surge you feel as the car just launches forward. So as you start to pick up speed, the turbine begins to catch up to the impeller. And as that happens, the fluid flowing back from the turbine changes its angle. It actually pushes the stator forward, causing its one-way clutch to release. The stator now just spins freely. Its job is done, and the converter acts as a simple fluid coupling. And finally, you merge onto the highway and settle into a nice, steady speed. The car's computer senses this and engages the lockup clutch. Click. You now have a direct, one-to-one mechanical link from the engine straight to the transmission for maximum fuel efficiency. So when you boil it all down, this one single component is doing 4 incredible jobs. It's a fluid-based clutch that lets you stop without stalling. It's a torque multiplier for amazing acceleration. It's a vibration dampener because the fluid absorbs shocks from the engine. And it's what makes the power delivery in an automatic so incredibly smooth. So the next time you're driving, just think about that. Every single time you touch the accelerator, you are commanding a miniature, controlled hurricane of fluid. It's this amazing piece of fluid dynamics happening inside a simple metal donut, making our daily drives smooth, powerful, and efficient. And that is the magic of the torque converter.